Match number 40 of the Tata IPL 2025 at the Ekana Stadium we are heading towards now is the Lucknow Super Giants taking on the Delhi Capitals. You might take it in different ways. When I say it's one team facing the other, one team is already in the top four while the other are searching for victories. Well, you can take it on the other way where the social media is going on. KL Rahul playing against his ex team, while Rishabh Pant is playing against his ex team. One is a captain, one is not, but both are in different circumstances. I must tell you, the person that is not a captain is having a better season compared to the Lucknow Super Giants captain. I have Rohan with me. Rohan, smile on your face. But before I go on to the past results, can you describe how much important is this game for both the sides?
Very much. One, as you said, are at the top of the table and would like to hold on to that advantage because if you can get into the top two, it's always a little extra fillip to give you that one more shot at the final. Whereas other is trying to get into the top four, giving themselves a chance. A bit up and down kind of his season, not quite consistent. So they're trying to get a lot of combinations in, and a lot of injury concerns were there at the initial part, and they're getting some players back as well. So I think two contrasting teams that are coming in, but as you said, the two exes of the teams are battling against each other, so that should be a good contest to watch out for.
Indeed, that should be a very good contest to watch out for. While the rumors are going about the IPL not going the honesty way as it should, but talk us through the previous game where LSG faced on against the Rajasthan Royals. Would you rather say it that it was a choke from Rajasthan Royals, or would you give credit where it's due to the last over from Avesh Khan?
Yeah, more credit to Avesh because I think the kind of Yorkers he was bowling, and luckily there's not much dew, so the reverse swing was happening well, and good control on his variations as well. So the wide Yorkers as well as the on the stump Yorkers. I think to bowl someone like a Hetmeyer, I think not easy for a guy who was at rampant form. So I think due credit to LSD bowlers as well, and in the field they saved some runs. So I think and also to Rishabh's captaincy because he kept his calm because it was getting too close, and at that time panic kind of sets in, and you do make some wrong decisions. So I think credit to LSG more. Rajasthan, I think they had that game won if they had played a bit more smartly. I think certain key moments they panicked and didn't quite do the right decision when most required.
Absolutely, indeed. So at home, once again, another loss for the Rajasthan Royals. On the other hand, you might say it's two losses for the Delhi Capitals, but still, they're still playing good cricket. They're going down to the wire and losing. That's absolutely part and parcel of the game. Let's take a look at the head-to-head between Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals. Hat trick or wins, you can consider that saying in terms of the between these two head-to-head teams. And for the Delhi Capitals, momentum is key in this tournament, as many of the players say so. According to you, who do you think will get step into this field as a confident side?
I think DC more also because of the previous game's result when they were pretty much down and out, and they got through there because of an Ashutosh Sharma special. So I think that kind of gives you that little extra confidence and a little mental edge also against the opponent. That almost a game that was lost, you kind of snatched
Correct.
it and won it. Same ways, vice versa against the opposite team. They may feel like that was an easy win for them in the bag, and they kind of choked away at key moments. So I think it can have a double effect. It's rightly called the revenge week, I think, this week for a lot of games there. So I think how you keep that previous result aside and then come on to the field will matter, but it's not so easy. As you know, a lot of tricks happens within the mind, and that can make you do a lot of false kind of things that you shouldn't be doing.
Absolutely, and you rightly mentioned about Revenge Week. And the last time these two teams played, it was Ashutosh Sharma and a little bit of glimpse from Vipraj Nigam that announced themselves. And then we had the wonderful run chase at Vizag. But positive signs if you're a DC fan. Fav Duplessis hit the nets. He was batting a little bit. Positive signs if you're a Lucknow Super Giants as well, fans as well. The speed star is back.
Yeah, more than Faf, I think if you're an India fan, Mayank Yadav is your, key guy who can rattle any opposition. So to see him back after quite some time, I think that's great. I'm not sure if the pitch will be as good assistance for him because it can be on the slower side. But with pace like that, sometimes pitch can be taken out of the equation as well. But how you
Correct.
manage him with the workload will be equally important. We don't want him again breaking down after a couple of games here and there.
True.
Faf for DC, I think. not just as a top order batter. I think some leadership skills also he does bring in. So I think that will give a little bit of more impetus to the DC batting. It will give that more flexibility and that extra muscle at the top of the order. So I think overall well-rounded unit is DC. I think that will benefit more for DC than just Mayank coming in for LSG.
What a replacement you can say, because Jake Fraser McGurk was not going on. Out of the blue, the veteran Karun Nair came into the team and fitted so well. He's scoring runs in more or less every single game, keeping aside that run out versus the Mumbai Indians. Let's take a look at the surface, the Ekana Stadium. How much will it prove to be vital for the toss? The numbers say a particular story, I must tell you, Rohan. But if you look into the last 3-4 games that were faced at this venue, now we are looking to say that Lucknow Super Giants or the Ekana Stadium is turning out to be a batting friendly wicket, because we're seeing scores around 180, 190, 200 that are scored. So the team batting first can be confident, if they are being asked to bat first, that they can post a certain total and defend it.
Exactly. I think rightly said, for some T20 good cricket to happen, that 180 kind of a score is what keeps both the teams in the hunt. But once it crosses 200, can get bit one-sided unless the boundaries are short. But Ekana, as we rightly know, it's a huge square boundaries, and miss it don't quite go to six, and the spinners also will be in the game as well. So I think getting that 180 kind of a score will always be a balanced kind of a contest for anyone to watch out for. But I think LSG with those power hitters at the top three, I think that's what is giving them those little extra par plus kind of scores. So I think LSG at their home are doing pretty good job keeping the conditions in mind as well.
Absolutely, but as you rightly said, 180 plus is a must. Here's a question for you. If they do score 180 plus, do you think the Lucknow Super Giants have the bowling attack to defend the score against the DC batters?
I think they can because they just done well against Rajasthan last game. I think that confidence will also carry. I'm not sure how available is Avesh, because he got hit on the left hand trying to stop the ball
I
in his
think he
follow
should be
through, or
fine.
maybe the ball hit him.
Yeah.
So not sure how serious it is or not, but that will be a key component because he looked good at the death overs. But it's the spinners.
I
I
think
think they have
more,
been doing
more. I'm
well
sorry
every
to
game.
interrupt, but I'm not sure why they went for Akasdi when they had a wonderful find, underrated find this season for Lucknow Super Giants. You know, the Indian Pacers has been Prince Yadav.
Yeah, I think just to see him how well he does, India international. By the way, I think you wanted to see him if he gets his line. He's a good new ball bowler. He can give you those vital breakthroughs in the power play. I think that was something they were missing, and they had to rely a lot more on the spinners, who at times were going for runs. Especially someone like a Bishnoi wasn't having a good particular first half of the season. I think that's the reason they tried to get in Akash Deep to give him a little more extra protection. But unfortunately, he is not quite living up to the standards that he has set. So I think Prince
Correct.
Yadav, good skiddy customer. I think good bouncer as well, good sharp
Yeah.
pace. I think has been one of the finds for LSG, just like how they got Mayank a couple of seasons. I think
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I think he's more coming from a tennis ball kind of cricket background. I think that shows in his VP action and similar to what Mohammad Shami used to be in his early years, attacking the stumps a lot more and a good skiddy pace. I think a good prospect if you can groom him well. Not sure if Ekana is the kind of surface that he'll be happy to bowl at, but I think that will only get him better in the future matches, surely.
True. Experience is key, and slowly and steadily he will definitely learn. But it's time for you to put into the hot seat. It's time for the strategic timeout section, Rowan. 3 questions, just 60 seconds, as you all know. Your time starts now. Here are the questions. Nicholas Puran or Tristan Stubbs, who do you think will score more runs tonight?
I think Nicky P is trying to get that orange cap back, man. I think he's powering through the tournament so far. I think Nicky P against anyone for sure.
So Nikki P versus Sai Sudarshan. There's an orange cap battle going on between them. KL Rahul or Rishabh Pant, which player do you think will perform better against their ex-franchise?
Going by the form, I think KL has that little extra edge, but Rishabh is a kind of a maverick, but you don't know what you're going to get with him. I think it's high time his T20 game is a bit more up, I feel, but with regards to these two, I think KL has the edge.
Okay, final one. Ravi Bishnoi or Kuldeep Yadav? Who do you think will pick more wickets tonight?
Most of the time I'll go for Kuldeep, but I think Ravi Bishnoi is finding his rhythm well. So I think just to be a bit off, I feel Bishnoi may have a better game today.
With 1 second left in the clock, he finishes the strategic timeout section. He says, Bishnoi. Okay, that's an interesting one. So Bishnoi, according to him, will have a better evening apart from, other than Kuldeep Yadav. It could be a spinner's day out because both the teams have quality spinners up their ranks, and that's the reason why I'm looking forward to them talking about it. But let's take a look at the players to watch out for. No Nicky P, no Mitchell Marsh in my players to watch out for. You might wonder what I've thought about it, but I think some of the days law of average comes into the equation. You need to look into the bowling attack of the opponents. I think Mitchell Stark will have a wonderful day tonight. So Rishabh Pant, Shardul Thakur, and Digvesh Shetty are my three players according to me for LSG. Axar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, and Mitchell Stark are for the Delhi Capitals.
I think for DC to begin with, I think Mitchell Stark's a no-brainer, man. He's gunning all guns blazing, the speed, the Yorkers, for example. I think bowling 10 or 12 at a trot, not at all easy. That shows the class of the player. I think he's an absolute legend. Is Mitchell Stark definitely will have a good game? I feel, irrespective of what kind of pitch or the opposition. Rishabh, I mean, is due for LSG if you come from the other opposite angle. But for me, Aiden Markram has been a very unsung hero for them so far. Has delivered pretty consistently good scores along with Mitch Marsh, good opening partnerships, and following it up with Nicky P's partnerships as well. So I think Aiden Markram is someone who can definitely watch out for if you're a LSG fan. Uh, Another guy, Shardul Thakur, I think you don't know what's going to come with the Lord. He can come and do some freaky stuff or look very, very average at times or mediocre. So, Shardul Thakur is someone you never know whether you have to be in the top player to watch out for or not. So, I think it kind of an enigmatic player there. Akshay Patel, I think, really impressed with his captaincy, the
With the bat,
calmness.
with the
I
ball,
think
with the
for
captaincy as well. I think he has impressed me in all the three departments.
all round, as you said, the bad ball field in the captaincy. I think the VS dealt with the younger players and giving them that confidence to execute their skills as well. I think Akshay Patel is really come of age. I feel ever since I think started playing a lot more red ball cricket for India and coming up the order, being that floater at number 5, where a lot of people were having that doubts on his promotion in the batting order. I think all those things or factors has really helped him evolve as a cricketer, and that's good sign for them. Rest of them, I think Karun Nair is again a guy to watch out for. The kind of
True.
form he has displayed throughout this domestic season, I think he's carried on to play someone like a Bumrah so easily and effortless, hitting those sixes. I have not seen somebody dominate Bumrah so easily and rattle him as well. Though in a different way, so I think Karun Nair definitely guy to watch out for DC this game.
Okay, fair enough. So that's according to me and you as well in terms of this. Let's take a look in the battles to watch out for. Okay, first battle is Rishabh Pant versus Kuldeep Yadav, which I think is going to be a mouth-watering one. Rishabh Pant has been troubled by the Chinaman. KL Rahul versus Digvesh Shetty, I think in the middle overs will be key. And the final one is Mitchell Stark versus Mitchell Marsh, an Aussie battle out here. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it'd be mouth watering, especially the last one, the Marsh versus Stark. I think both are fire characters there. And think how Marsh can tolerate that spell, make sure the damage is limited. I think that will go a long way for LSG to do well, or else Stark will definitely give that edge to DC. But another battle to watch out for, as you said, Rahul versus Rati. I think will be a real good one to watch out because middle overs has been well controlled by KL for DC, which has been their plus point compared to other teams. Rati has always been ticking off and sending off players, but if you can keep it tight, I think that will kind of put more pressure on the middle order of DC, and they can crack if put more extra pressure by the bowlers. But the first one, I think Kuldeep is way ahead. We have seen Rishabh struggle a lot against the spinners this time. They're not able to rotate the strike and building more dots there. I think that will be a bit more one-sided. I feel unless Rishabh steps his game, Kuldeep has a huge edge there.
Okay, fair enough. That's according to me, according to you guys. You've given your perspective. Let's take a look at predicted playing 11 now, which I think players will pick themselves. Set 11, according to me, I think if Mayank Yadav has to play, he will come as an impact player if they are bowling second. Otherwise, they will look into the impact sub list. I think this is a good 11.
Yeah, unchanged for sure, man. Unless, as you said, Mayank, if he's available, maybe for a Prince Yadav, they can interchange there. But or else, well settled. Someone I think not much mentioned we did was Abdul Samad. I think that
Yeah.
cameo last game was very, very
Oh,
crucial to win
wow.
it.
True that.
I think three, four sixes in the last over of someone like Sandeep Sharma.
Sandeep
I think
Sharma, yeah.
Abdul Samad has improved a lot this season.
Okay, and let's move on to the Delhi Capitals 11, another top side. Question always arises, is Faf fit or not? If Faf is fit, I think he straight away comes with an opening slot. Karun Nair slots at number 3, while the players, rest of the players pick themselves.
Yeah, but I think Mukesh is some guy who has topped his game, has been a bit below average so far in last couple of games. I think impacts of they can try someone like a Dushmant Chamira is available for them if required based on the conditions. I'm not sure, but Mukesh has topped his game. Or else rest of them have done decently well. Vipraj Nigam again, all-round show with the bat and the ball. I think is impressing and improving a lot in every game that he plays. So I think DC will be very happy with his progress.
Okay, Dushmanta Chamira can replace Mukesh Sharma if they go with 3 overseas. That's a very, very good choice, I must say. That could be possible. They had that on the cards, but they used Donovan Ferreira in the previous game. Predictions time now, Rohan, putting you into the hot seat. LSG versus DC at Ekana Stadium. Over to you, Rohan. What's your predictions for this game?
This will be a very close contest, honestly, Pritham, because as we started initially, one wants to maintain the top spot and other wants to get in top four. So I think I'll go for LSG this game. Joe DC look much more stronger on paper. LSG, I think at home can be formidable and can just squeeze home. I feel toss will be a factor definitely, but Nikki P
Okay.
special can just rattle DC. I feel
52-48?
almost, yeah, 51-49, maybe more closer.
51-49 according to you for the Lucknow Super
Oh,
Giants,
I'm sorry.
while the guests say that it's going to be Delhi Capitals. We'll see that it could be back-to-back defeats for DC as well. Thanks a lot, Rohan. Thank you to all the viewers who are watching this video. It's LSG versus DC tonight. Mouth-watering contest at the Ekana Stadium. Sorry. Sit back and enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.